Hey, what's up guys? It's Pedro here from NoobCoder.com, and in this tutorial I want to talk about print statements. So all a print statement does is it prints whatever's in these parentheses. So this is a print statement. It prints whatever's in these parentheses onto the console. That's all it does. Now the reason you want to print stuff onto the console is so you can see what is happening internally in our program. So this is a class. This is a static variable which has a method called println, which accepts a bunch of arguments. Now, if you didn't understand anything I just said about these three things, don't worry about it. We just need to focus on what println does and what another print statement does, which I'll show you in a second. So println, all it does is it takes whatever's in here, prints it onto the console, and then creates a new line. So if I was to copy this, paste it again underneath, Control S to save, run it, you'll see that we get two hello worlds and that they're on different lines. But there's another print statement. So if I was to paste this and take away the ln, there's another print statement just called print. So this is println, which prints a new line, and print just prints on one line. It does not include a new line. So if I was to run this, let's save it, hit OK. You would think that these two statements are equal to each other, but they're not. So print prints on the same line. So if I was to do the same thing that I did with println with print them back to each other, hit the play button, you see that they actually print on the same exact line. So that is the only difference. So println says, hey, I'm going to print whatever's in these parentheses here, and then I'm going to print a new line afterwards. So that's why we get the spaces between here. And print says, hey, I'm going to print whatever's in here, and I'm not going to include a new line. So if I print again, you see that we get them back to back. So we are going to talk later on the tutorial series of what we can actually include in here. So right now, this is just a string literal, and that's how Java handles things. It handles things by types. So if I wanted to print a number, I can exit this, hit 1, 2, 3, Control S, and you can see that I can also print numbers onto the console. But that's all I really want to cover in this tutorial. So if you understood what the difference between println is and print, you're in good shape, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Like, comment, subscribe.